800 years ago, a group of monks did something that sounds almost impossible. They dismantled one of the most important handwritten Bibles in the world. They scraped away its ink, wrote over the parchment, and cut the pages apart to bind other books. To them, it was just old material. For centuries, historians believed the original manuscript had effectively vanished, not burned, not stolen, simply erased. Then, in 2026, researchers discovered a way to make those erased words visible again. What Codex H actually is. The manuscript is known as Codex H. It was written in Greek sometime in the 6th century. Every letter was copied by hand, centuries before the printing press existed. A single mistake could take hours to correct. Very few manuscripts from this period survived. Most disappeared through war, fire, decay, or simple neglect. By the 1200s, Codex H had become a worn-out working book. Its binding was failing, its pages were damaged, and someone made a practical decision. The manuscript was taken apart. Its pages were scattered across monasteries and libraries in Italy, Greece, Russia, Ukraine, and France. One book became many. The erased book, 120 to 210. Normally, when parchment is scraped clean, the original writing is gone forever. Sometimes, though, faint traces remain beneath the newer text. Historians call this a palimpsest, a page with a hidden past. For generations, scholars knew that Codex H was hiding lost pages underneath later writing. They just couldn't read them. 42 pages existed only as ghosts. When the monks rewrote the manuscript, the newer ink slowly seeped into the parchment over hundreds of years. That process left behind a faint mirrored imprint of the erased text beneath it, almost like a fingerprint trapped inside the page. Researchers used multispectral imaging, photographing the manuscript across wavelengths of light that the human eye cannot see. They combined those images with radiocarbon dating to confirm the parchment's age. And gradually, letter by letter, line by line, the invisible text began to return. The result was extraordinary. 42 lost pages recovered after 8 centuries. So what was hiding inside those ghost pages? Among the most important discoveries were some of the oldest known chapter divisions for parts of the New Testament. They organized the text differently from the chapter numbers we use today. That means something we often assume is timeless was actually shaped by real people, working at a specific moment in history. The manuscript also preserves more than 70 corrections made by a scribe. You can literally watch someone changing their mind across the page. Even more remarkable are the notes left by at least 15 later readers. Anonymous people who lived centuries apart, whose handwriting survives only because they wrote in the margins of this book. For some of them, these marks may be the only physical evidence they ever existed. It's tempting to think this story is about advanced technology, but it's really about people, tired manuscript, monks who needed parchment for another project, readers who left notes in the margins, scribes who made mistakes and corrected them, and a team of researchers, 800 years later, patient enough to follow those traces all the way back to the vanished book they came from. Somewhere in the world, other erased manuscripts are almost certainly still waiting. Other books that were dismantled, rewritten, and forgotten. The remarkable part is this: the past never stopped speaking. We just finally learned how to hear it.